everybody. I'm here with Kevin.
Yes.
Excellent, and I thank you for being here on the call with me. He is a financial advisor that has given me the opportunity to interview him and have him become my special VIP guest host this month. And Kevin, thank you for taking the time to come on board and your willingness to share your experience in our service. Do me a favor, and everybody listening, how long have you been in practice? And maybe even just share a little bit about what you've done for marketing in the past.
Well, Dr. Len, thank you for having me. And I've been in the business going on 8 years.
Okay.
It'll be 8 years in April. And I've done all kinds of things for marketing. I've done seminars. I've done cold calling. I've done networking, or as some people call it, not working. I've done all kinds of, really kind of what was considered to be grassroots and fundamental means of growing business for advisors past.
Got it.
And given the fact that the market has been as turbulent as it has been, and that there have been nearly negative returns for the last 10 years, I've come to discover that those means of marketing really have not worked effectively. Also used some radio in there too, which had only modest success.
Got it. Okay, so a couple different marketing strategies, initiatives, and programs underneath your belt, so to speak. So do me a favor, tell me, I guess everybody else listening as well, what made you decide to join our service? What got you interested in our service?
Well, I hope you're comfortable with this answer, but it was primarily survival.
Okay.
I mean, I think I needed a new approach to kind of tell people that I was a professional, that I could provide good service, and that I could help insulate them from risk or provide services that a lot of their clients could need. And when I say a lot of their clients, I'm talking about the accountants and attorneys that your service helped connect me with.
Right. Now, I have notes here from our initial conversation, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I also recall you talking to me a little bit about how you really wanted a more efficient, more productive way to get your name out into the community and generate new clients. Would you say that's also one of the reasons why you joined?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think many of the marketing strategies of years past were way too shotgun approach, and the business has really evolved to a point where you can't go and open a $400 account and expect to either make money for yourself or your family, or even put a meal on the table.
Yeah, and I also think some of the marketing strategies out there, and of course we'll go nameless here, but some you eat fish for the day, or you eat for the day, and some you learn how to fish for life.
Yeah.
And I feel that, and I think you agree that when you establish mutually beneficial referral relationships, you get to eat for life as long as the relationship is strong, and so that's a whole other component. But would you agree with that as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. And how long have you been on board? Have you been on the service so far?
Since December.
Okay, great. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if you heard last month's teleclass, but we had a financial advisor join after Thanksgiving and had quite the next 5 weeks. So that's funny. Back-to-back younger guys who've just been on for a couple of months. So let's get right to it. Tell me two things. One, your experience so far with the meetings / quality of the meetings, and tell me about any results you've had.
Well, I have very low expectations. So that's not a problem, but I would say this, one of the things I most appreciate about the service is I don't have to go and beg people to meet with me, and when I ultimately do get that meeting, they treat me like a professional, they slot time for me, and don't rush me out of the office. They're willing not only to listen to what I have to say, but they're willing to tell their own story, which really generates some excitement and some positive feedback for both of us to work with. So that's the first thing.
That's great.
And as far as results are concerned, I would say I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. You connected me with an attorney who was looking to set up a pension plan, and that meant assets in excess of about $180,000. Now, for me, that's a pretty sizable account.
Well, that's great. And again, I have different financial advisors on each month who get a chance to share. Some are $5 million, some are $1 million, some are nothing yet, but I've got stuff pending. And you know what? You talk about a couple $100,000 in your first, what is essentially 8 weeks. And you know what? It's a great way to just start. There's more coming, and you've had a chance to experience the results so far. So I think, again, based on the conversation we had in the past, at least you see this kind of marketing actually does work, does produce results.
If you don't mind, I want to give a piece of advice here to the folks who are looking to join your service, and I think it's a remarkable service, and I would encourage people to get involved. and that is now I can even get more specific in items that may be of importance to them. This allows me to kind of keep ongoing contact with them and help them support their businesses. That's really generated some positive feedback, and I look forward to getting some business from it.
Well, you know what? That's brilliant. It's strategic, and ultimately, if you've heard me use this phrase before, I call it cross-pollination, where you meeting with different types of professionals gives you the ability to have your name mentioned in so many different circles with so many different types of professionals that before you know it, your name is the name that comes up when people think about, talk about, or express interest in meeting or working with a financial advisor.
This is just a terrific service, Dr. Lynn, and I really appreciate it, and I hope that resonates with the people who are listening on the call.